Hi there, this is Dr. Embuddy to welcome you to CSE 231 for the summer. What I'm going to try to do today, just a couple of minutes, sort of give you an overview of the course, and give you an idea of how to get started on this. So why are we here? Well, we're here to learn how to use a computer to solve problems. And computer science is really about solving problems. And I give an example on the link there of building exoskeletons to help people walk who are, for example, paralyzed from the waist down. As with many things in the field of computer science, it's not done alone. There's computer science in that project, there's electrical engineering, there's a huge mechanical engineering component, plus many other disciplines there involved. But our focus is problem solving and problem solving using a computer. And the goal of this course is that at some point after you've done the course, you'll see a problem and you go, oh, hey, I can write a program to do that. So this course was created by Dr. Bill Punch and myself. And when we switched to Python, there were no textbooks. We did that in 2007. So we had to write a book. And we've created this online version, creating a set of videos. They're short. The idea, though, is that we haven't online recreated our textbook. So the idea is that you read the textbook to learn the concepts. The videos are there to show you how to work with those concepts. But they are not meant to replace the text at all. So the way that this course works is every week you have some readings, some videos, some chapter exercises, some labs, and then a programming project. And then along the way, we'll have a midterm and a final. And what we're doing with the online, and we tried this in spring, is the exam will be taken on your computer online, and you'll use your phone to Zoom. And so you'll set your phone up in a way that you could see that we will be able to see both you and your screen, and that's how we proctor the exam. And a lot of there's details in the syllabus. You need to take a look at that. And although we have a D2L presence, you will find a link there to this page, and that's really where all our content is. The grading in this course has programming projects, it has exams, it has chapter exercises. The labs, we do this kind of funny in that we expect you to do the labs, but they don't count toward your grade. But if you don't do the labs, then we're going to start deducting your final grade. And the rule is that you get to miss 2 for any reason, but you miss 3 and your final grade is reduced by 0.5. You miss 4, it's reduced by another 0.5, and so on. Be careful of the fact that we do have pre-labs, and you have to do the pre-lab in order to get credit for the lab. So the programming projects are really the core of this course. They're about the problem-solving exercises using Python. Notice the problem-solving component of that, and that's one thing that confuses a lot of students, is that we don't tell you how to solve the problem. We give you a problem, we outline part of it, but you have to figure out how to solve the problem and do the programming along with it. Frequent comment we get is that you don't tell me how to solve it. You're right. That's part of the exercise. To assist you in that, we have labs. And that's where we sort of handhold you to learn how to do some programming and some problem-solving skills so that you will be able to do those programming projects. And then we have the pre-labs to briefly test the concepts from the readings so that you're better prepared to do the labs. We have chapter exercises. We call them chapter exercises. They're actually just done completely online. And they're to exercise concepts from the readings. And then, building on that foundation, the readings are really where things are explained, and the videos then show you how to apply those concepts. So we get into this weekly rhythm where you read a chapter, you watch some videos, you do some chapter exercises, then you go on and do some labs, then you go on and do your project. All right. So, and as I mentioned, we will use Zoom on your phone to proctor your exams. For support, you will have a TA assigned to you. Of course, we have instructors, and then we have online Piazza for asking questions. The collaboration is not allowed on the projects. All right. If you do, the result is 0. However, everything else in the course you can do collaboratively, and in fact, we encourage you to do it collaboratively. To get started, what you want to do is download Python to get it onto your computer, and by computer, a Chromebook really isn't a computer, so you can't download Anaconda to it, and you can't do that part of the course. A little bit of a caution is that this is a 4-credit course done in half the time, so it's really like taking 8 credits. So, if you're in an internship and you think you're going to take CSE 231 as well as calculus, or maybe you think that you're going to take calculus and physics and CSE 231, it's not going to work. Every summer I get people who do that. They go, I'm getting killed here. You're right, because this really is like an 8-credit course. Let me briefly show you what's online. If you go to that link, you actually get to this page, which does have a little thing called Start Here. And there's a syllabus on there which has all the items that I've talked about, and the other thing is there's links here for downloading Python, and then you get to the online content, and we talk a little bit about the course, but here is the heart of it. Okay, every week there is, when you go into one of these. Like here's the beginnings, and it says read this chapter. There's chapter 1, and we actually have a draft of chapters 0 and 1 while you're waiting. If you've ordered your textbook online, and then you go into this. Right then there's some videos about what's going on, and a lab and a project. So there's all your weeks all lined out for you. There is a due dates page. This is a handy thing. It tells you what's due on which days, and notice all the stuff that's due. Right there's a lot there, and then there's a link to Piazza. Let me close that up there. Yeah. And then things like there's the coding standard. When you write your programming projects, you'll want to take a look at this. It'll make a lot more sense when you have those. Your TA, we don't have that set up, but once we do, and a few other things along the way, and another link to the syllabus. So there's an outline of the course. A couple of tips. Read the text. There are many courses that you really don't need to read the text. This happens to be a course where you do have to read the text, and there are this text has been around long enough. There's plenty of secondhand copies around, that can be found for very reasonable prices. And you can rent it. There's a whole lot of ways that you can get this text. I get $4 out of every text that's sold, even though it has a list price of, I don't even remember what it is. And the other thing is get going on programming projects early, because they're about problem solving, and that takes a while. All right, hopefully that gives you an idea of how to get started. Good luck.